The annals of rock history are filled with iconic guitarists whose names echo through generations. Hendrix, Page, Clapton. Yet, lurking in the shadows are unsung innovators whose contributions shaped the genre in profound ways. These underrated virtuosos pioneered techniques, defied conventions, and inspired legions of musicians, often without mainstream acclaim. This article delves into 14 such guitarists, artists whose strings vibrated with revolutionary energy, forever altering the trajectory of rock music. Link Wray, the godfather of distortion. 1950s, 1970s, key tracks, Rumble, Jack the Ripper. Link Wray's 1958 instrumental Rumble was so menacing it was banned from radio, but its raw power chords and distortion became a blueprint for rock. Wray stabbed holes in his amp speakers to create a gritty, aggressive tone, effectively inventing the distorted guitar sound. Punk, metal, and garage rock owe their snarling riffs to Wray's DIY ethos. Though overlooked in his time, his influence reverberates in Neil Young's Feedback and The Who's power chords. Sister Rosetta Tharp, the original rock goddess. 1930s, 1960s, key tracks, strange things happening every day up above my head. Long before Elvis, Sister Rosetta Tharp fused gospel fervor with blistering electric guitar solos. Her percussive picking and stage swagger inspired Chuck Berry and Little Richard. Tharp's 1945 hit Strange Things Happening Every Day is considered a proto-rock anthem, blending spiritual lyrics with rock's rebellious energy. Despite her trailblazing role, she was sidelined by race and gender biases. Yet her fingerprints are all over rock's DNA. Robert Quin, the no-wave maverick. 1970s, 2000s, key tracks, Blank Generation, Richard Hell, Waves of Fear, Lou Reed. Robert Quin's jagged, dissonant solos redefined punk's sonic possibilities. As Richard Hell's guitarist, he turned the Voidoids' Blank Generation into a cacophony of genius. Later, he injected Lou Reed's The Blue Mask with visceral tension. Quin's improvisational chaos influenced Sonic Youth and REM, yet his name remains cult lore, a testament to his uncompromising artistry. Mick Ronson, glam rock's secret architect. 1970s, key tracks, Ziggy Stardust, Moonage Daydream. As Bowie's sideman, Mick Ronson transformed glam rock with searing riffs and orchestral arrangements. His work on the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust fused classical flourishes with hard rock bravado, crafting Bowie's alien persona. Ronson's solo on Moonage Daydream remains a masterclass in melodic shredding. Despite his death in 1993, his legacy thrives in acts like the Smashing Pumpkins and Arcade Fire. Boon, punk's jazz-infused revolutionary. 1980s, key tracks, Corona, political song from Michael Jackson to sing. Minutemen's D. Boon merged punk brevity with jazz complexity, using his trebly Telecaster to spit out rapid-fire riffs. Songs like Corona, later Jackass's theme, paired funk grooves with Marxist lyrics, challenging punk simplicity. His 1985 death cut short a career that redefined DIY ethics, inspiring Fugazi and Pearl Jam. Boon proved punk could be cerebral without losing its edge. Wilco Johnson, the pub rock pioneer. 1970s, 2010s, key tracks, Rosetta, She Does It Right. Dr. Feelgood's Wilco Johnson armed British pub rock with a choppy, rhythmic style akin to a typewriter on overdrive. His staccato downstrokes on Rosetta prefigured punk's urgency, directly inspiring The Clash and Sex Pistols. Johnson's robotic stage presence and angular riffs were a far cry from blues rock excess, proving less could be more. A cancer survivor, he played until his 2022 death, cementing his cult status. Tom Verlin, the poet of post-punk. 1970s, 2020s, key tracks, Marquee Moon, See No Evil. Television's Tom Verlin wove intricate duels with Richard Lloyd on 1977's Marquee Moon, merging punk energy with jazz sophistication. His spiderweb solos on the 10-minute title track redefined guitar interplay, influencing U2 and REM. Verlin's poetic lyricism and dissonant tunings made him a post-punk prophet, yet he remains a musician's musician, admired but seldom name-checked. Adrian Belew, The Sound Alchemist. 1970s, present key tracks, Thila Hun Jin Jeet, King Crimson, Elephant Talk. Adrian Belew's work with Bowie, Talking Heads, and King Crimson turned guitars into animalistic howls and synthetic textures. Using whammy bars and effects, he mimicked car horns on Frank Zappa's City of Tiny Lights and elephants on Elephant Talk. Belew's willingness to warp his instrument inspired 9 Inch Nails and Radiohead, yet his name eludes household recognition. Rory Gallagher, Ireland's blues prodigy. 1960s, 1990s, key tracks, A Million Miles Away, Tattooed Lady. Rory Gallagher's fiery blues rock made him a legend in Europe, yet he never cracked the U.S. market. His battered Stratocaster wailed with soul on live albums like Irish Tour 74, blending Muddy Waters' grit with Hendrix's showmanship. U2's The Edge and Slash cite him as a key influence, but Gallagher's humble demeanor kept him from stadium stardom. Robbie Basho, the cosmic folk visionary. 1960s, 1980s, key tracks, Blue Crystal Fire, Kawaka d'Amour. A contemporary of John Fahey, Robbie Basho reimagined acoustic guitar as a spiritual conduit. His open tunings and modal drones on albums like Zarth's prefigured post-rock and New Age. Basho's 1986 death obscured his legacy, but modern artists like William Tyler and Jack Rose revive his ethereal vision. Massy's The Indie Rock Shredder. 1980s, present key tracks, Freak Scene, Feel the Pain. Dinosaur Jr.'s J. Massy's cloaked grunge anthems in layers of feedback and finger-tap solos. His Neil Young meets metal church style on Freak Scene became indie rock's template, inspiring My Bloody Valentine and Pixies. Despite his slacker persona, Massy's technical prowess rivals 80s shredders, yet he's rarely mentioned alongside them. Nells Klein, the avant-garde shapeshifter. 1980s, present key tracks, Impossible Germany, Wilco, Thurston County. Wilco's Nells Klein merges jazz skronk with rock muscle, as heard on Impossible Germany's euphoric solos. His pre-Wilco work with Mike Watt and Sonic Youth explored free improvisation, expanding rock's boundaries. Klein's unpredictability makes him a critic's darling, yet mainstream audiences often overlook his genius. Gary Moore, the blues titan. 1970s, 2010s, key tracks, Still Got the Blues, Parisienne Walkways. Gary Moore's virtuosic blend of blues and hard rock earned him reverence in Europe, but stateside fame eluded him. His emotive phrasing on Still Got the Blues influenced Joe Bonamassa and Kirk Hammett. Moore's 2011 death highlighted his underappreciation outside blues circles, despite his technical brilliance. Kevin Shields, the shoegaze architect. 1980s, present key tracks, Soon, Only Shallow. My Bloody Valentine's Kevin Shields weaponized tremolo arms and distortion to create Loveless's wall of sound. His glide guitar technique, pushing the tremolo while strumming, defined shoegaze, impacting acts like Slowdive and the Smashing Pumpkins. Shields' studio perfectionism limited his output, but his innovations echo in modern dream pop. Rock's evolution hinges not just on stars, but on rebels who dared to reimagine the guitar. From Link Wray's distorted rebellion to Kevin Shields' dreamy cacophony, these 14 innovators prove that influence often thrives in obscurity. Their strings hum with the spirit of rock itself, raw, unpredictable, and eternally revolutionary. To hear the future of music, sometimes you must listen to the past's forgotten whispers.